Hey everybody, so today I just wanted to share a tool that you can use if you're interested. This is free, open source. It's available if you just follow the link in the description of the video to my repository. You can kind of take this and do what you want with it. But basically the goal of this tool is just to set up your file directory for use, for how you usually set up your LabVIEW projects, right? And each person's kind of a little different. But I like to usually have specific folders. I'll have a builds folder, and I'll have a reference folder where I store either icons or images or documents that I'm referencing. I'll have maybe a controls folder where I'm storing like custom controls, stuff like that. So the goal is just to create a scalable, flexible way to configure that. So this is all config based. So if I open this setup config.json, it creates basically what folder names I want to include. So this is all customizable. So you can just say, hey, builds folder, test, dependencies, sub-VIs, type defs, reference, and code analysis. So those are kind of just some generic templates you can use. It does not have to be that. So depending on the structure for your file directories that you usually use, you can customize that, defining just that folder structure. What do you want? It also includes this project directory. So this defines where it's going to set up your projects. So right now I just have a P drive where everything's being set up. But if you were maybe in your user documents, you could supply the path to user documents, and it's going to create your new project folder relative to whatever this is. So in my case, it's here. Your case, it could be somewhere totally different. So just depending on where you're storing all of your LabVIEW projects, you can just kind of customize this path, and it's going to set everything up there. So this is going to do a couple of different things. Let me pull up the actual tool for you. This is basically what it looks like. It's going to populate a list of folders in that directory that I want to work with. I can specify, I guess this is probably easier if I run it actually. So I get basically all of these folders in my directory I've specified in my config file. It also shows me here what the folder names are going to be that it creates, and I can go and edit these as well. If for a project I wanted to add something extra beyond my config file, I can go add one, or I can delete an element, or I can modify the name of this. I can go here and include like a demo create. So it's going to create a folder called demo create. And I can just go and click create. So I get kind of this little loading bar, and it's going to pop up my project. So what it's going to do is create a, first of all, the file directory, right? So I can go here, I can go to explore. So taking just a sec to load. So you can see in my P drive, it created a folder called demo create. In there, it created, first of all the folders I specified in my config file. It also creates this gitignore file, which is already set up for LabVIEW, typical LabVIEW gitignore configuration. So you're usually, I guess, let's do open with code. How about that? And it opened twice. Okay. Basically you just have this gitignore file. So it's ignoring libraries, shared objects, executables, and metadata. And you can modify that if you want. It's basically using a template gitignore file. So if this is not what you want to be ignoring, and there's like different stuff that you want to work with, or different folders you want to ignore, etc., you can modify the template and it'll just apply that in the future. So it creates your gitignore file for you, so you don't have to mess with that. It also is going to go ahead and create a LabVIEW project for you. So I've got my project and it's just named whatever I decided. So I called this demo create. So the project is named demo create. And it's also going to go ahead and create a top level VI for you that's also named your project name. I mean, there's nothing in it, but it does create the top level VI for you. In your project, it's also going to go ahead and include all of the folders that you specified as auto-populating folders. So that way, as I go and I start working on this project, this stuff will start updating automatically. So basically, yeah, just a quick way to generate your projects. It'll create the folder where everything's housed, the project, your top level, a gitignore file, and all of your folders. And all of that is customizable in the config file. So if you use a different format, you're welcome to use that. And then, yeah, the LabVIEW.gitignore is going to be the template. So if you want your gitignore files to look different, just go ahead and modify this, and that would be how you're gonna change that gitignore template. And yeah, there's instructions for building a exe or an installer. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you guys are interested in this, using this for your projects, the link for this repository is available in the description to the video. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in.
Canon Controls is your gateway to mastering LabVIEW. Dive into programming for data acquisition, industrial communications, and manufacturing automation. Explore how to enhance your projects with cybersecurity best practices. Join the journey to elevate your skills and secure your systems with every episode.